So Looking for You is an album I can't really decide on, and I've listened to it about maybe two and a half times by now. I mean, the album's been out for a week. Maybe I could have given it more of a listen, but I had other albums I wanted to get to. So let me tell you straight up, Looking for You isn't for me. I listened to it on the Friday it released and kind of didn't really get anything out of it. I mean, Uprising is a good song. I mean, I know that was the first single that they released from the album. They did release Looking for You, but I didn't think that was that good. The other song I ended up really enjoying was Symphony and our One Part 3 Awakening, just because out of all the other songs, it was a bit more of a mix up and kind of was a well needed change from the album. But in general, the album is pretty good. I mean, I will admit I did end up enjoying the album. There is no real major issues. The mixing's all great. My major gripe with this album isn't with anything like that. It's mainly to do with the last half of the album being kind of slow. And to be perfectly honest with you, I got a bit bored on my first listen. So I got probably to the last two songs, took a break, kind of came back to it, listened to it, and it just really wasn't my thing. I'm sorry to say. I mean, I guess it's an album that isn't really for me, and after giving it a few more listens, yeah, I can kind of sit here and accept that. So I'm sorry if this sounds cheap or maybe a bit melodramatic, but in any case, it's a fine album. I mean, if you ended up getting something more out of Looking for You than I did, then good on you, man. I wish I was you. I just couldn't get into it. And I'm not trying to crap on Amberian Dawn. They're a good band. I mean, I'll listen to them now and then. They're good. They're a solid band. They haven't really done any bad music, I would say. And I think my main gripe with this album is it's just very standard symphonic metal. I mean, this one goes a bit more into that 80s synth style, which, to be honest, I've come to the point of hating. It's either done fantastically with Beast in Black, or it's done kind of crappy. There's no real in between, and when there is, like Looking for You, it just feels kind of bland. And I mean, if you like that stuff, then good for you. For me, it just feels a bit of a crutch. It's a hill to fall back on. It's something cheap you can put out there to be like, hey, look at nostalgia. You want this nostalgia? I sure as hell don't. But I mean, that's just me. If you like that stuff, then good for you. I mean, you'll end up maybe enjoying this album more than I did. Also, if you were wondering earlier when I said I stopped listening on my first listen, I stopped at Butterfly and then kind of came back and then just didn't really end up enjoying anything past that. I mean, even then, Go For A Ride I found was a bit bland. So overall, this album for me didn't really do anything for me. So I'm gonna score it a solid 5. I mean, if you end up liking this style, then you'll probably end up enjoying this more than I did, but it's, not harmful. It was an alright listen. I didn't really get much out of it. I don't feel like docking it anything below that. It's what I feel it deserves. It doesn't hurt anyone, so I mean, go ahead, give it a listen, see if you like it or not. I mean, I sure as hell kind of did, but I wouldn't really recommend it.